Although Apple's iPhone X was announced in September, the handset was previously exposed prior to the event over the course of several months through leaked renders and images of dummy models. While knowing ahead of time is sometimes beneficial, it does make the wait for the official release seem just that much longer. This past weekend, the handset finally arrived in retail stores and wireless carriers, and since then, some time has been spent learning about the iPhone X and putting it through its paces. When it comes to the design of the new iPhone, one of the first things you'll notice when pulling it out of the box is that it feels quite sturdy and nestles comfortably in the hand. There's also a bit of weight to it, which can most likely be attributed to the use of stainless steel for the chassis, as opposed to the more traditional aluminum that has been used on previous iPhone models. When the unit is powered off, the design of the model looks seamless, with a glossy front, matching an equally as glossy back glass panel. The iPhone X features an elongated side button, as opposed to the traditional power switch found in earlier iPhones, that can perform different actions depending on whether if it's pressed once, twice, or long pressed. On the opposite side, there is the ring toggle switch, and also the volume rocker. On the bottom, there is a speaker grill, an opening that is reserved for the microphone, and a lightning port. As mentioned prior, the rear is a glossy glass panel that allows for wireless charging but also adds a nice aesthetic to the phone while also housing the protruding dual-lens 12MP camera. But before we get to the camera, let's talk about the display. The iPhone X is the first Apple handset to offer a screen not using an LCD panel and instead uses OLED. It's a 5.8-inch panel that supports HDR, 3D touch, True Tone, and more. While OLED does have its own set of problems, they can typically emit more light, produce deeper blacks, and reduce power consumption. For the most part, with only a couple days of use, this screen looks good, with colors that are vibrant, brightness that is adequate, and things looking sharp. Naturally, more testing will have to be done, but so far, it looks very good. We really can't talk about the display without talking about the notch. If unfamiliar, this is the cutout at the top of the screen, making space for the various sensors that make Apple's new face authentication system, Face ID, possible. While there are scenarios where you forget about the indentation on the top portion, there are other areas where it becomes a blatant reminder. So far, during limited use, this isn't a big deal for the most part, but in certain scenarios, like watching videos, it's a pity that the notch doesn't allow you to take full advantage of the screen real estate afforded by the iPhone X.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night.